I'm Kate with an A, and this is Natalie. For the past week, I have basically, I won't say taken over, because Natalie is starting from the ground up. This is the first episode of many episodes where I'm going to be basically taking a creative, could be photography, could be branding, could be art and design, could be any sector of the creativity industry from the ground. So nothing in place yet to help propel them into the creative industry. Processes, templates, client base, social media account, portfolio, all of that. Natalie Morley, she is a Basingstoke-based creative. She has been doing landscape photography for quite a while, but she is out of practice. She has said to me a few months ago, she said, if you are doing any photo shoots coming up, would it be okay if I shadowed you? And I was like, I'd love that, babe. I would absolutely love that, actually. But I didn't have any shoots coming up that I thought it would be appropriate for me to be shadowed. I do a lot of like portrait work, close up and personal branding, like one-on-one kind of thing. None of which I would have been able to give Natalie a good enough step into the photography industry. She's done landscape, she wants to get into a mixed media type of thing. Her style was colourful, warm-toned, creative, fun composition. I went to Alex and I was like, Alex, bro, we have a series idea here. We were thinking about names in the cafe. It was all of us sat around the table and I went, zero to hero. That's excellent. And you can still get the ball rolling with your side hustle and just get that in place, get all those things in place to get you going for the future. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the intro on the high street where this is a week on. At some points in the video, there is a bit where the audio is a little bit crackly. This is our first episode of many, so we are going to be iterating the hell out of this process. We're going to be working on our camera angles, the different equipment we use. Thanks for sticking around while it's a little bit shoddy still. It's only going to get better and better and better from here.
I'm so excited because this is the first ever episode, and today we're doing this video with Natalie, and she is a little bit out of practice, and I'm just basically really excited to get her back into the flow of it. This is going to be like the first video of hopefully like a series on the Cre8ives Media YouTube channel, where we're going to be taking one creative that is just feeling like a little bit lost or confused, and then working with them with a before and after to see how we can use their skills and their passions and everything they're excited for, and then just like give them the resources to make that happen. Today we are in the lovely town of Basingstoke. You know what, you might be saying, no, it's not lovely, it's actually all right. Let's head to War Memorial, where we're going to be sitting down with Natalie and asking her a few questions to get started, and then we're gonna begin. Let's go. How do you feel like confidence-wise about photography in general? Out of 10, would you say?
6-ish at the moment. Like to be a bit more, obviously, and maybe, yeah.
When did you last do like a photo shoot or anything?
Not recently.
Like, are we talking like 6 months, or are we talking like 12? Or over that?
Well, it depends, actually. I've got a few pictures just playing around a couple of months ago.
Okay. But it wasn't like a photo shoot?
No.
Okay, that means that, yeah, we've got even more to do. What was the style of photography that you last did? What do you tend to...
Landscapes, mostly.
Yeah, I remember you saying...
Outdoorsy, yeah.
Like big, wide landscape
Yes.
shots of pretty places and stuff.
Basically, yeah.
Have you ever photographed a person? Like a model?
No.
No? Okay, this is going to be really fun then. What we can do is, we have the lovely Emma here, and she's actually holding the second camera, but Emma's going to be our model today, and she has turned up looking really cool. So I'm going to pick your brain, because you are the focus of this episode. Do you know, looking around, do you see any places that you think would be good to put Emma in for some photos?
Oh, wow.
There's no wrong answer though.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I like the buttercups type idea. And obviously a veg would be a fairly obvious one, but even just like, whatever you call that bush as a backdrop.
Call that bush? I don't know what that is, but it's... You mean the white blossoms?
Yes.
Yeah, the white blossoms are cute. Yeah, there's some more flowers over there.
Yes, yeah.
What I was thinking as well was this lovely building over here.
Yeah.
we had Emma is a good friend of mine, and she's gorgeous. She's so photogenic, and she has like a real good knack for modelling. So what I said, I was actually sat on the grass like over here watching. And the first part of this was I wanted to see how Natalie behaves and is comfortable and is confident on her own, so I could then like gauge how I needed to guide her. Then the microphone wasn't working in this bit, so I thought I'd do like another voiceover. I wanted to get some depth with the pink flowers and the background and Emma's gorgeous bright orange hair. Shades went on there. I was feeling very cool and calm and collected. Emma's great at modelling, so the focus was to help Natalie frame up all of these shots so they're really interesting. Natalie's focus was real life photos, photography that captures people and landscapes in their natural beauty. So we got a lot of flowers in there, we got the pink colours, we got the red t-shirt, all of the depth. We worked a lot with the field of view going down through from the flowers to the background to the middle ground, which was Emma. We worked a lot with colour in this. We focused a lot on colour. And Emma laying on the floor, we put some flowers around her to think creatively. Like when it comes to portraits and landscapes, it's really difficult to put that creative thing in it. So what we thought we would do is practice mixing up the frames so it was extra interesting. Here she is.
Just randomly emoting.
Hit the wrong button on the Xbox keyboard.
Nice.
Over at Natalie so she can get a shot of you looking at her.
Yeah, it was quite fun. Like I say, I'm very sort of nervous, but eventually I think slightly less nervous. But yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. Give me a number out of 10.
Compared to my 6, you mean?
Yeah. Compared to your 6.
Probably 7.5.
Yeah. Because it would be a little bit more. You've got a little bit more experience under your belt now with models.
Yeah.
At least. And I think that's probably the most daunting.
Yes.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like a living person.
Yeah.
Like working with beautiful people.
A bit of both, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a, like I said, a lovely landscape backdrop and then lovely model like Emma.
She's very photogenic, isn't she?
Yeah.
So are there any that you look at and you think like this is my best photo? Like off the bat, just like from scrolling through all of these little thumbnails like on the screen.
I liked 4619.
I was just looking at that one. Yeah, I love that too. The one that you just said.
Yeah.
And so you can see, so yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous. It's perfect. And then the other one that I liked was this one here. I really like these two. So what I'm gonna do is, so I've got Lightroom here. I've made an album for all of these photos, and then if I just unzip this folder, what I do is I put all of them straight into Lightroom. So even the like quote unquote like bad ones, they all go into Lightroom. And then what I do is the first thing that I do is I choose one photo that's like my favorite, and then I tweak it with little edits so that I can create like a preset. And then what I would do is then I will copy and paste that preset onto all of the other photos that I think are worthy. And then I will export all of the ones with a preset on them, because they kind of, you see this like bar at the bottom here. When the photos have a preset on them, they kind of are a different color, you know, of course, like then select all of them and then download those. So let's go to this one here that that we both really liked. We've got all of them in JPEG, which in a photographer's mind is like, they always go, oh fuck, I've only shot in JPEG. So your camera will have a setting where you can shoot in RAW, and I would say always shoot in RAW. There's an option on the camera to shoot in RAW and JPEG, and then I would say if you've got a SD card with like less storage, I would say put it in just RAW, like always prioritize RAW, because it's just got all of the data there. JPEG like compresses it and flattens it out. So when you zoom in here on her hair, it's like kind of pixelated, and that's because there's no data there to fill it in. But then if we go to my RAW photo, if you zoom in, it's really sharp, and that's because the photo raw.
Okay.
And you can't really notice it when you upload it to things like Instagram and stuff like that. you can't really notice if it's JPEG or RAW, but then when it comes to sending them over to clients, you're going to want to
Mm.
import it like, 4,000 pixels by 4,000 pixels, and they're going to want to be able to like zoom in so crisp. And it's because when they print it and they get it like blown up on a canvas, they want
Yeah.
the largest possible dimensions of photo. So
Yeah.
let's start with this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit this one to be your style, and then we'll copy and paste the edits over onto the other great photos, and then we can download
Yeah.
them all, and then we'll move on to the Instagram, and then we can post those on the Instagram and get you like set up so that it's all
Mm.
like looking lovely and put together, and so it will give you a lot of confidence as well to go,
Yeah.
oh, it's I'm ready to do another photo shoot kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, doke.
Okay, so do you have like a style that sticks out when you think about your photography and where you want to be? Like, are you thinking like muted colors, or are you thinking like more colorful and vibrant, or like what like do you like?
I would always generally pick colourful and vibrant.
Okay, cool. And do you like warm toned or more like cool toned photos?
I would say warm.
Okay. Okay, cool. This photo is like really balanced anyway.
Yes.
I've noticed it's just really the color of the flowers, the color of her hair, her t-shirt,
Yeah.
it all looks
Mm.
really great. Um,
Mm.
since you like warm, what I would suggest is if you're gonna like blow up, so for example, if we were to just go ahead and like bump up the warmth, you can notice that her skin goes like orange.
Yes. Yeah.
And we don't want that
Mm.
because the
No.
white balance, you can choose a warmth. So white balance is warmth. And then if you choose this
Mm.
pipette here, when you
Mm.
choose the white balance, you basically will choose the lightest point of the photo and it will adjust based on that. And then that goes
Okay.
to cool. So what you can do is this, can you see on the right here where my cursor's on this like circle thing?
Yeah.
So masking is something that it's like a photographer's best friend, basically. Masking is just where you select an area of the photo that you can apply effects to that won't affect the rest of the photo. So
Yeah.
what I like to do is I mask the subject and you can detect it automatically. And then where it's red, that will be the selection of the mask. If you head here, you can invert the mask and then it will suggest
Okay.
select the background. And
Hmm.
because you want to keep her skin tone really neutral and white and keep
Yes.
it like her.
Yeah.
What I would recommend is if you want to make it really bright and colorful, if you select everything that's not her, and then you can then go, so when it's all red, that means that you'll only be editing that
Yeah.
area red. You can bump up see here, it's got temperature, tint, saturation. Once you
Yes. Yeah.
mask it, you can drag that to be warmer. And you can see here, that's before. Let's just go off of the mask. So this is before, and that's
Yeah.
after adjusting just the background and making it warmer. Keeps her face the right color rather than
Yes.
making it all flat,
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah. Definitely.
So masks are great. And the good thing about Adobe Lightroom is that if you make a mask and copy that preset, it will paste the mask into the next photo and it will adjust the mask to the next photo. So it won't just paste the area of the mask, it will adjust it. If you select the mask to be the subject inverted, it will like apply that formula to the next photo. So it won't be like wrong, like it will adjust itself.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's something that I learned, and I was like, okay, that's actually really helpful.
Yeah. It is.
Um,
Yeah.
when it comes to portraits, what I found is that if you go to the effects panel on the right side, so see it says clarity there. If we like zoom in a little bit so you can see the texture of her skin, when it comes to things like skin and portraits and things like that, if you drag this
Mm.
clarity slider down a little bit, it
Mm.
starts to blur all of the little details on the skin
Mm.
and makes it so we do before, after. So it just
Yeah.
helps to smooth out the areas because the main focus when you
Mm.
take a photo is that you're trying to draw the viewer's eye to a certain area. And if you've got these small areas that just slightly stand out because of texture or lighting or if the face is more orange than it should be, it all detracts from the main purpose of the photo. So we've
Yeah.
masked the background and made it a bit more warm, and then we've bumped the clarity down just a little bit to help smooth out any. And also, if you take photos in RAW,
Yeah.
you'll notice that if the lighting's a little bit lower, you'll get a lot of noise. So
Mm.
there is a denoise. It's actually not, because the photo's not in RAW, we can't actually do denoise.
No.
But when you do start shooting in RAW, if you notice it's really grainy, then just click the denoise button and it will automatically denoise the whole photo.
Okay.
So it's just under detail here. So that's how you get rid of the graininess. But when it comes to this portrait, I honestly think it's really, really good as it is. Like, I don't think we need
Yeah.
to go over the top with any edits. There's another rule when it comes to saturation, is that a photo always looks better if you bump the saturation down like ever so slightly, rather
Okay.
than putting it all the way up. And then you can put the saturation down a little bit, but then if you put the vibrance up, the colors that are present, they will become more vibrant, because saturation just kind of explodes all of the color, but the vibrance
Yeah.
enhances the intensity of the color, so it doesn't make the whole photo look like oh my God, there's so much color, and it's just without a real purpose, because like having it really colorful doesn't necessarily make it more intentionally colorful. It's just like a bunch of color on the screen. So if we do before and after of these changes, they're really subtle,
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
really, really helps. And then I think
Mm.
the only thing that we could change is the contrast. We could increase the contrast a slight bit
Hmm.
to make it, to give it back that definition that we lost when we bumped the clarity down a little bit. I think it looks really lovely. Like, we haven't had to make a lot of changes. So when it comes to, so you've done that first preset, and then all you have to do is Control C, copy all of these, and then I would select masking on so that you can carry over those masking effects that you did when you copy and paste those photos. And then you just click copy, boom, it's in your clipboard, and then you'll move on to the next photo. So I think this is a lovely photo. So this makes my life so much easier. Once I do that initial preset, I carry over and then I paste it, and it just like adjusts the mask so it matches the photo, and then boom, photo number 2 is now perfectly edited.
Yeah. 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 Oh,
So
fab.
we've now got 2 photos that are edited in the exact same way, and this photo's amazing. I'm just
Oh,
going to
yeah,
go.
I like that one.
I'm going to just
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
and I'm literally just going to paste the settings onto it,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
there we go. Like, I think doesn't even need that much edits, to
No.
be fair. I think it's great. So we've got 3 photos, and I think we can now go through them and just select some more that are really nice. I love this one, and I think it's really brilliant how the focus of the photo, which is the flower and the nails, they're in focus,
Yes. Yeah.
and then that brings your eye to that area of the photo. So I think it's
Yeah.
a really great photo because of that. So if you put
Hmm.
the settings on, the settings are on, and it's brought that photo up to the same quality as the other ones. Uh,
Yes.
when you're applying these effects, you don't even have to worry about, oh, what are the photos that I've edited and what haven't I? Because up in the top bar, you can just go see this bar at the top where it's got the colors.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
click edited and you can click yes. It will put all of the photos that you've edited here.
Ah, that's good. Yeah.
So it takes away any of that, or what have I edited, what haven't I? And then you can go no, and then now we can find all the photos that we have yet to edit. So
Yes.
let's find some more.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's lovely. So we can just paste those edit settings on. What I find is that once you find a preset that you really, really love, when you do another photo shoot, all you have to do is go back into your Lightroom, press Control C, copy that preset, go into the new
Yeah.
album, and then just paste it over.
Oh, that's fab.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Oh, some just really just stand out as like,
Mm.
yeah, that's brilliant. So let's
Mm.
paste that over the top. There we go. And then this one, oh, there we go. So I would maybe bump that warmth up just a little bit, maybe the contrast a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Then boom, that one's
Yeah, that's fab.
scratch. That's great. Yeah, so let's move this one. Let's rotate it. Pop the preset on. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, play around with the contrast. Sometimes when you've got things that are black and they all melt into it itself and it becomes like a bit unidentifiable, bringing
Yeah.
the contrast down will bring out the shadows. And if you still are
Okay.
getting it so that, say you're bringing the contrast down and the rest of the photo is getting a bit too light, you can then mask it again. Go into
Yes.
the mask.
Yeah.
See, this is actually, the mask is actually applied to the right area, so it has actually masked.
Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, it has masked the coat, so we can bring down, sorry, the contrast, the shadows, bring those up. So now we've got,
Oh, yes.
see how balanced that is compared to that.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Wow.
And then now we want a
Right.
wider photo, then we can bring the contrast up again to give
Yeah.
some balanced definition.
Really?
But overall, we've
Oh,
balanced the
fab.
photo out from it being like
Yeah.
a blob of black shadowy area
Yeah.
to that. So
Mm.
let's keep going. Try and find some. Oh, that's gorgeous. Love that. Is it?
Yeah.
She's so pretty. I love.
It really is. Yeah.
She's so photogenic.
Yeah. And she put on a fab outfit for it.
Yeah, because I remember saying to her like, just wear what makes you feel pretty. Like, just
Yeah.
there's no real. I said like, do you want the photos to be like business or casual? And she said, well, definitely not business. Like that's not who I am.
No.
Um, and she came with this outfit and it matched the flowers perfectly.
Mm.
This photo, mwah, like it's just so pretty.
Yeah.
Place that preset on and then yeah, it looks really, really good. I'm looking and I'm thinking maybe we can, yeah, so contrast up a bit and it's just
Hmm.
absolutely, I'm in love with that photo. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
amazing. Let's keep going. Yeah, I love this. I think this is really
Yeah,
something
that's
to be able
fab.
to do. Yeah, oh, love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, love it. And then again,
Yeah.
I'm thinking because so you see her hair and everything, like maybe her hair could do with some more contrast,
Hmm.
just a little bit,
Yeah.
because lack of shadows makes the photo lack color as well. Like it just kind of looks a
Okay.
bit washed out. So if something's looking a bit like undefined, I would say bump up the contrast or the
Hmm.
shadows to because it needs a balance of like light and dark to look aesthetically
Hmm.
pleasing. Some photos could really benefit from being even like tighter, like a tighter frame. So I think this
Hmm.
is brilliant because we can really like this
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that works.
because I think sometimes like people there was this whole like toxic thing about like if you're a photographer you need to just keep the whole photo, but
Hmm.
it's become almost like trendy now to if there's like a really good scene that's like 10% of the photo, cropping it in can sometimes save a photo. Sometimes
Yeah.
photos are good but not excellent, and then
Hmm.
take it even further you need to be able to discern whether or not like it's worth cropping it maybe.
Yes.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, cropping can definitely be, oh, this is cool. And then this is very bright. There's a lot of natural light. So I would put the shadows down,
Yes. Yeah.
the contrast, and maybe even the exposure down a little bit, and then bump
Hmm.
up the shadows, contrast kind of like that. There is a lot of light on this photo. So
Hmm.
when you get like an overwhelming amount of light, it's called blowing out. And then it just
Okay.
gives the camera such little data to work with that no matter how much you bump down the exposure, it won't be able to save it. So what we
Okay.
have, see on her forehead, that's blown out. Like it goes,
Yes.
sun goes up to her scalp, it blows
Hmm.
out at the top of the hair. Although it's a beautiful photo, we can't save, look, it's lost the definition of the necklace.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna reset edits in one photo and then
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave this one because we've
Yeah.
got blowout. Cool, cool. Yeah, because you had that burst mode on your camera, didn't you? And then again, with the cropping, I think we can crop this. Sometimes the white space, like blank space where there's nothing in there, that can
Hmm.
detract from the eye line, the eyesight as well. It can make it go, right, what am I looking at here? Like, and then to because she's quite shadowy, what I'm going to
Yeah.
do is in the masking area, I will bring the background down so it matches her level of shadow.
So after, I'm speaking into this phone because the microphone is, it looks like a penis, right? Just me. Natalie has gone ahead and set up her Instagram. So Natalie's already got 11 followers. This is her Instagram right now. She is doing really well, and she has accepted my collaboration on the post. Paul Paul's commented, "Love you, Paul Paul. Love you with all my heart." Natalie has posted the photos that she edited with me in Lightroom. And we've got the promo post for the series. Y is about photography. 6'7". So she's done her bio. She's done a really good job. I gave her a little bit of guidance on text. It just said basically like, do a really simple bio. Say you're a beginner photographer. Say that you are DM to book a free shoot. She doesn't need a website just yet. I think after a few more months of portfolio building, we can then revisit and do another episode, maybe if she wants to. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Thank you to Alex for editing this video. Thank you to everybody that followed Natalie on her new account. Thank you to everyone that subscribed recently. Thank you to all my new followers on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Love you lots. And we have lots of exciting projects coming up in the future. I'm going to be doing my best to do long form YouTube content for everything that I do, really. There's a wasp outside the window. I hate when wasps like look at you through the window. It's like in B-movie when they don't know that glass exists. Anyway, bye.